I call him my favorite attorney because I feel like he was kind of like me. Because he dropped out of his PhD in sociology like last minute, went to law school, had the same issues I did with that, and I thought he just gave good advice on like where I was going down the line and what I needed to be successful. He was very honest, and so like he told me the benefits and the negatives about his work in case I want to do this. So he was honest. And same here, like at my current job now, my boss surprisingly was very honest about like his assessment of our work and like where it's going and why we should consider other places and how maybe other places are just as competitive and just as good workplaces as our place. I really appreciated that, and that makes me trust him more. I take his opinions like with a grain of, I believe him more.
For me, it was probably my experience selling the kitchen knives because, no one really wants to get up and sell kitchen knives, right? But what really made it for me was my manager because, for one, you could really tell that she believed in you. And number two, her style was in a way that it was never she was telling you what to do. She would ask you key questions, and then you would kind of figure it out on your own. So it was almost like it was your idea in the end, which was, I thought, pretty neat. And I think that's why she was so effective as a manager, is because it was never a dictatorship. It was kind of like a cooperative of ideas. And at the end of the day, you would get what you needed to get done, but in a way that you wanted to do it.
I haven't had too much experience with like managers and mentors, but it's gonna sound cheesy, but with my parents, I've really always just appreciated their support and trust that that I will be able to get done what I need to get done, and just the idea that everything I do should be in the long run towards my overall, benefiting my overall happiness and, just pushing myself, but not to the point where it's detrimental to myself and my health.
When I was working for a catering company, the owner of the company had the greatest rapport with everyone in the company. All the way down to the dishwasher, she would be able to draw out and say, "Oh, how's your mom doing? I heard she was ill," and she was willing to do all of the work. She would get in there with us, and it's long, dirty work, and she was still there cleaning up with us at 11 o'clock at night when she had every right to go home. And I was a manager at that company, the youngest manager, and I was able to really see how, as a manager, you had a lot of influence on how the day went. Just that taking the time of appreciating that people were there and that people were really bringing their hearts to the work, that appreciation went a long way. And then I also want to draw on a professor that I still am in contact with and have dinners with and go to Giants games with. Next year. And she would draw us out just above what we thought we could do. And that was really fantastic, that she would draw you out. And similar, where she would shape a discussion where you thought it was your idea, but she would just ask the right questions where you really wanted to succeed because you respected her.
Probably at my last job, my manager, who was pretty much in charge of the production shop, and who I spent really, every day working with. He was definitely amazing. He was also an Amherst graduate, so we had very much similar academic interests, non-academic interests. We talk about things while working, just discussing any variety of topics that might come up, and we very much had that kind of connection there. But what I respected his opinion on matters, so we would actually very much work together to find the best solution, to find what would be the best for this certain situation, and having it be, he had the final say in matters, but it never really needed for him to have the final say, because working together, we'd always come to, mutually we'd agree, well, this is the best way we should do things. And I really liked working for him because of that.